but in an ever-shrinking world. Our success in these efforts will be determined not only by what we build in Schenectady, but also what we can sell in Shanghai. For America to compete around the world, we need to export more goods around the world. That's where the customers are. It's that simple. And as I was walking through the plant, you guys had put up some handy signs so I knew what I was looking at. And I noticed on all of them they said, you know, this is going to Kuwait. This is going to India. This is going to Saudi Arabia. That's where the customers are. And we want to sell them products made here in America. That's why I met with Chinese leaders this week, and Jeff joined me at the state dinner. During these meetings, we struck a deal to open Chinese markets to our products. They're selling here, and that's fine, but we want to sell there. We want to open up their markets so that we got two-way trade, not just one-way trade. So the deals we struck are going to mean more than $45 billion in new business for American companies. $45 billion. That translates into 235,000 new jobs for American workers. And that's also why I fought hard to negotiate a new trade deal with South Korea that will support more than 70,000 American jobs. That's why I traveled to India a few months ago, and Jeff was there with us, where our businesses were able to reach agreement to export $10 billion in goods and services to India. And that's going to lead to another 50,000 jobs here in the United States. Part of the reason I wanted to come to this plant is because this plant is what that trip was all about. As part of the deal we struck in India, GE is going to sell advanced turbines, the ones you guys make, to generate power at a plant in Samalkot, India. Samalkot, India. Most of you hadn't heard of Samalkot, but now you need to know about it because you're going to be selling to Samalkot, India. And that new business halfway around the world is going to help support more than 1,200 manufacturing jobs and more than 400 engineering jobs right here in this community because of that sale. So it's a perfect example of why promoting exports is so important. That's why I've set a goal of doubling American exports within 5 years, and we're on track to do it. We're already up 18%, and we're just going to keep on going because we're going to sell more and more stuff all around the world. When a company sells products overseas, it leads to hiring on our shores. The deal in Samalkot means jobs in Schenectady. That's how we accelerate growth. That's how we create opportunities for our people. This is how we go from an economy that was powered by what we borrow and what we consume. That's what happened over the last 10 years. What was driving our economy was we were spending a lot on credit cards. Everybody was borrowing a lot. Chinese were selling a lot to us. Folks were selling a lot to us from all over the world. We've got to reverse that. We want an economy that's fueled by what we invent and what we build. We're going back to Thomas Edison's principles. We're going to build stuff and invent stuff. Now, nobody understands this better than Jeff Immelt. He understands what it takes for America to compete in the global economy. As he mentioned, I've appreciated his wisdom during these past 2 years. We had a difficult crisis on our hands.